Before we start, just a quick note. I didn't add subtitles or voiceover to this video because YouTube now does it automatically. You can choose your language from the settings and watch with subtitles or even with voice translation. All right, let's get into the video. Welcome to English Podcast Academy. Hi, I'm Olivia. Thanks for showing up again. Every time you press play, you make your English stronger. You're not just learning a language, you're building something big. And remember, grammar isn't scary. Not here, not now, not with English Podcast Academy. Here's what's in today's episode. First, I'll teach you the future continuous tense using 6 simple tips. Then, we'll practice together. And yes, you'll say the examples out loud. Finally, I'll share a short story using this tense, so you can hear it in real life. Let's begin. Tip 1. The form is will be plus verb-ing. We use this form when we want to talk about something that will be happening at a specific time in the future. It's like taking a picture of the future and saying, this is what I'll be doing at that moment. For example, I will be working. That means, at a certain time in the future, you'll be in the middle of doing your work. You're not starting it, and you're not finishing it. You're already doing it. She will be waiting. This tells us that when the future moment comes, she will already be there, waiting. Maybe she'll be at a cafe, maybe at a bus stop, but the action will be in progress. It's the same for every subject. You don't need to change the form. I will be sleeping. You will be sleeping. He will be sleeping. She will be sleeping. We will be sleeping. They will be sleeping. All the same pattern. Will be, plus a verb with ing. Let's try another example. At 8 o'clock, we will be having dinner. This means that at that time, dinner won't just be a plan. It will already be happening. So, when you want to show what's happening at a specific point in the future, this is the form to use. Simple, clear, and always the same. Tip 2. Use it to talk about an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. This means the action will already be happening at that moment. It won't be starting and it won't be finished. It will be in progress. Let's look at an example. She will be studying at 8 o'clock. So, if you imagine the clock showing 8 and you look at her, you'll see her in the middle of studying. Maybe she'll be reading a book, writing notes, or watching a video. She won't just be thinking about studying, she'll actually be doing it. We use this form when we want to show that something is already happening during a certain time in the future. Here's another one. At 10 o'clock tomorrow, I will be taking my exam. This means that at 10, I will not be entering the room or getting ready. I will already be sitting and writing the exam. The action will be in progress. This helps people understand the timing of your plans. It's not just about what will happen, it's about what will be going on at that moment. So, when you want to say that something will be happening during a specific time, use will be plus a verb ending in ing. It shows movement, action, and activity right in the middle of the future. Tip 3. It's useful for describing future plans or routines. We often use this form to talk about things we already know will happen as part of our day. It's helpful when describing routines or schedules, especially if we want to focus on what will be happening at a certain time. For example, I'll be driving to work at 7 o'clock. That means, at that time, I'll already be in the car, on the road, heading to work. It's part of my usual morning routine, and I expect it to happen like that. Another example is, they'll be flying over Europe by noon. This tells us they'll already be in the air, somewhere above Europe, when the clock reaches 12. It's a planned part of their trip, and it gives us a picture of what they'll be doing at that moment. You can also use this form to talk about what you won't be doing. For example, I won't be watching TV tonight. I'll be working on my project instead. It's a clear way to show what's expected to happen and what's not. So, when you want to describe something that will be happening as part of your day, something routine or already planned, the future continuous is a great way to say it. It keeps your meaning clear and your timing exact. Tip 4. It can also show politeness or formality. Sometimes we use the future continuous not just to talk about time, but to sound more polite. It's softer than saying, "Will you join us?" or "Is she coming?" It gives the other person space to decide, and it sounds more respectful. For example, "Will you be joining us later?" This question is gentle. It shows that you're inviting someone, not pushing them. You're asking in a calm, polite way. Another example is, "Will she be attending the meeting?" This sounds more professional, especially in a work setting. Maybe you're talking to a manager or sending a message to check someone's availability. You can use this in emails, invitations, or even when talking to someone you don't know well. Will you be needing any help with the report? Will they be staying until the end of the event? It works because it sounds less direct. It still asks a question, but in a kinder tone. So, when you want to be polite, formal, or respectful, especially at work or in new situations, the future continuous is a smart choice. It helps you keep the conversation smooth and professional. Tip 5. Negative form. Use will not be or won't be. When you want to say that something will not be happening at a specific time in the future, just add not after will. You can say will not be for a more formal tone, or won't be in everyday speaking. Both mean the same thing. For example, he won't be coming tonight. That means you already know he's not going to come. The plan has changed, and at that time, he will not be there. Another example is, we won't be staying long. This means you'll come, but only for a short time. Maybe just to say hello, then leave. Let's try a few more. She won't be joining the call tomorrow. They won't be using the car this weekend. I won't be working on Sunday. In each case, you're talking about an action that will not be in progress. You're saying no, but in a way that's smooth and clear. So, whenever you want to speak about the future and say something won't be happening, just use will not be or won't be, followed by the verb with ing. It's simple, and it works with every subject. Tip 6. Add time references like at 9 o'clock, tomorrow, or next week to show when the action will be happening. Time references help make your sentence clearer. They tell the listener exactly when something will be in progress. Without them, the future feels too open. But with them, your sentence feels complete. For example, at this time tomorrow, I'll be relaxing on the beach. That paints a clear picture. You're not just saying you'll relax, you're saying when. Tomorrow, at this exact time, you'll be lying on the sand, hearing the waves, and feeling the sun. Here's another one. Next week, they'll be working on a big project. We know when the action will be happening. Not now, not later today, but during next week. You can also say things like, at 9 o'clock, she'll be studying. Tomorrow morning, we'll be driving to the airport. On Saturday night, I'll be watching a movie. These little time phrases help your listener follow your meaning. They place the action in the right moment, so there's no confusion. So, whenever you use the future continuous, try to include a time reference. It makes your sentence stronger, smoother, and more natural. Now it's your turn. Say them out loud with me. She will be sleeping at 10 o'clock. We'll be having dinner at that time. I'll be working tomorrow morning. They won't be staying overnight. Will you be joining the call? He won't be coming to the party. Let's repeat the last two. Period. Will you be joining the call? He won't be coming to the party. Great job. Let's end with a soft story. Next weekend, Noah will be visiting his grandparents. At 9 o'clock, he'll be packing his bag, folding his clothes carefully, and checking if he remembered his favorite book. By 12 o'clock, he'll be sitting on the train, looking out the window, watching the trees and little towns pass by. He might listen to music or think about the stories his grandfather always tells. His grandparents will be waiting near the gate, smiling as they see him arrive. They'll be cooking lunch when he gets there. Something warm, something that smells like childhood. Noah will walk into the kitchen and everything will feel familiar. And later that evening, they'll all be sitting around the table, laughing, eating, sharing stories from the past and dreams for the future. At that moment, he'll be feeling grateful for family, for time, for being present, and for the little things that never change. That was the future continuous tense. You now know the form, the meaning, the sound, and you've used it out loud. You've listened, practiced, and imagined it in a real story. Every video you complete brings you one step closer to fluency. I'm Olivia, and I'll see you soon. Maybe even in the next episode. Take care.